Part 2. Okay, so in this episode, I suppose, in this one, I'm going to talk specifically about joint issues, and maybe the muscular issues as well. So with ehlers-danlos syndrome, sorry, my camera, there we go. So with ehlers-danlos syndrome, like I said in the last video, your body doesn't produce collagen properly, and collagen affects basically every system in your body. Hello, Fat Wallace. Every system in your body, and especially for people with hypermobile type EDS like me, the biggest thing is dealing with your joints and your tendons. So basically, you can look at your tendons all day and go, do your job! And they'll just be like, you. No, I don't want to. I'm calling out sick today and for the rest of your life. Good luck with that. So what that means is that it's very easy for someone with hypermobile EDS and just regular classical or any other type of EDS to dislocate joints pretty easily. So like for me, my muscles are extraordinarily tense all the time. And as much as it feels good to have a back or shoulder rub or get the biscuits made by this cat with his, big mitts, as nice as that feels, it's actually a terrible idea for me. For me, basically, I have so many cats in my room right now. For me, basically, my muscle tension is what's holding most of my joints in place. So people have joked before about how I walk funny, how I move differently. It's not something that like, haha, I got picked on a shitload for, but it's definitely noticeable. And I've had people say before, I have so many cats, I'm sorry, that say before that like, hey, you walk really like a little weird. Like, are you feeling okay? The way I move my body is a little different because I have to be really conscientious about how I move my body so I don't hurt myself. What's going on here? So like I said, basically, my tendons don't want to do their job. So my muscle tension is doing it for me. Interrupting tomorrow wants to interrupt. So I kind of came to learn that I had this condition by the fact that I actually had gone to the doctor for a frozen shoulder, and it's not frozen. It is more than mobile. Hello, bear. It is more than mobile. So I went to PT, and I don't know if you can kind of see, like, if I sit back a little bit, how this shoulder kind of hangs lower than this one. It's not too bad today, but, like, that shoulder is basically permanently subluxed. The tendons here are completely wrecked. I am right-handed, and just from constant use and abuse, it just doesn't want to stay put. So I have, like, huge muscle knots in my shoulders all the time. It's also really common for people with EDS to have instability in the vertebra in their neck. So like the two vertebrae at the base of my skull, that's why my neck cracks and why I'm always like popping my neck sideways. The muscle tension that's holding my shoulder in is also pulling my neck out of socket, or however you say it, pulling the vertebra away from my skull. So that's why I'm like, my neck pops and cracks, and you see me do that a lot because I'm just trying to like balance between, okay, do I need a massive tension headache or do I need my shoulder to fall out? Let's pick one. So there's that. Fortunately, the left shoulder isn't that bad. I don't really have issues with it. My left wrist is always killing me. My thumbs come right out of socket. My fingers come right out of socket. Fat Wallace is over here trying to make a bid for freedom and wreck my camera. I might let him, I don't know. Hang on. Hello, Wallace. Wallace Whiskers. So I guess I'll just take this down here. There we go. So, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Sorry. So if my camera goes over, it's just Fat Wallace. Anyway, so like I said, shoulder, neck, interrupting. Fat Wallace wants to interrupt. Come on, buddy. Anyway, so there's that. So I have a ton of problems with my knees and my hips. I injured my left knee really badly skiing, so that is my fault. I have not taken care of my body as much as I should have. So my left ankle and my left knee, I have so many issues with them because I injured both of them skiing. I used to love to ski. Can't anymore, for shit sure. There's no freaking way I'd make it down the mountain without collapsing. But so I have a lot of issues with those two joints. My knee likes to pop out and I'll tip over. My ankle likes to subluxate and then completely lock up. So I'll be walking and I will step wrong or I won't have enough support on my ankle. I usually have a brace on it. And it'll just kind of slick sideways. And it'll lock up and I just can't put weight on it. Again, same thing with the knee. That's why I frequently wear a brace. I was in it for like a month. I had to wear my knee brace for like a month, and then just slowly at home did different exercises to strengthen it. That's why PT is so helpful for me, and I can't wait to get back to it because all those little exercises to help strengthen my joints have been a tremendous help. So there's that. My right hip is probably the biggest baby in my whole body, next to my shoulder. My right hip likes to slide out of socket. I always have to put my shoulder and my hip back in, almost always when I wake up, because they'll subluxate and they'll sit halfway out of the socket. And then when I roll out of bed, I've got to roll and just like click, click and stick myself back together. Not that big of a deal. Again, it's something I've been doing for a long time that I didn't know was weird until I went to the doctor for a frozen shoulder that was actually hypermobile. Who knew? So there's that. Like I said, with the right hip, it's just I have sciatica, I have bursitis. That's actually the one that causes me the biggest issue because like I can walk with the knee brace, I can walk with an ankle brace, but if that hip goes, I'm completely toast. Like I can't walk. So that's super freaking frustrating. That's only gotten really, really bad over the past couple of years. So, you know, I'm fortunate in that respect. But yeah, so that's kind of the extent, I guess, of the joint issues. Like I said, you can have all these problems and not have an underlying condition. It's just the fact that, you know, all the things that are going wrong, that's the point at which you need to be like, okay, there's definitely something else going on here. Like I said, advocate for yourself, stand up for yourself. When your doctor says, oh, don't Google your symptoms, and then your doctor also has to Google your symptoms because they've never heard of what you've got going on before, you know, just advocate for yourself if you really think there's something wrong with you. Again, like I said, if you have dislocations and stuff, it doesn't necessarily mean you have an underlying condition. It might just mean that you've beat the crap out of your body. For me, it's both. I have beaten the crap out of my body and also have an underlying condition. So I think that's about the extent of the serious joint issues that I have. And in the next one, I think I'm going to talk about skin and muscle and stuff like that. So I will see you guys in part 3.